Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice, where we have students from North America as well as from Europe. We actually have a student from Berlin today, as well as a student from Tucson, Arizona, and many others. So welcome to our practice. It's a 2-hour mini retreat. Think of this as a sea voyage, with the first protocol in about 1 hour, and then the second one about an hour and a half. So what we like to do is to learn how to live healthy by living harmoniously with ourselves and with the universe. By ourselves, by living harmoniously with ourselves, meaning that we really have to experience the 3 dimensions of existence: the body, the chi, and the mind. To live harmoniously with the universe, have to understand the importance of the earth and the heaven and the being in between. So first we're going to calibrate our posture, focusing on our body. Stretch our spine, open our shoulder, relax our shoulder. Lean back our forehead, so we put the weight of the head on our shoulder. Tuck in our chin, so the top of the head is now facing the heaven. If you sit like what I do on a sitting cushion, make sure that your feet are firmly on the mat. If you sit on the chair, make sure that your bottom of the feet is touching the ground. Next, we're going to observe our chi, calibrate our chi. Chi has many definitions, level of definitions. The simplest one is just breath. Then it's circulations, and finally it's life energy. So let's focus on the breath, observe our breath, trying to slow down our breath. Finally, we move to the mind. The mind is not something we can observe. We cannot observe the mind no better than we can observe gravity. However, we can observe the effect of gravity, so we can observe the effect of a mind. The effect of mind is on our breath and on our body. So we're going to focus on our arms, lift up our fingers, lift it up all the way to the shoulder. Focus on the wrist. We're going to do some joint exercise. We're going to try to do it very slow, very mindful. As we move, we observe the change in the body, focusing on the wrist. Observe the change in the wrist. Observe the pain, the numbness, the sweat, and the heat. Now we go the other way. Very slow. Always focus on the body. So when we move, whether we're doing exercise, walking, we are focusing on our body. Now put your hands down. And when we're still, whether we're sitting, standing, or lying down, then we focus on the breath. We don't mix them, okay? Now, once again, we're going to calibrate our posture. We're going to be a little bit more refined today about our posture. So, again, start with the feet. Sit firmly on the mat. Or if you sit on the chair, make sure your feet are touching the ground, making connections with the energy coming from earth. Then we're going to take a spine as if someone grabbed the hair on top of the head, and we're going to stretch our spine as much as we can. Then we're going to open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Take our forehead, lean back until the neck touches the collar, and then tuck in the chin, putting some pressure on the artery. At the same time, pointing the top of the head to the sky, to the heaven. Now we're going to take our body and lean forward, and then we're going to lean back. But as we lean back, we're going to hold a hip forward, so you will feel a little bit of pressure right behind where you think the kidneys are, the adrenals. This keeps our adrenal gland from activating, shutting off any stress hormone, forcing our body into a rest and digest parasympathetic mode. Then we're going to take a tongue. We're going to touch the tip of take the tip and slightly touch. Don't push, but just touch the roof of my mouth where the roof meets the teeth. This puts us back in where we were when we were in the wombs of a mother. It also activates the salivary gland, again forcing us into the parasympathetic nerve. Now we're going to focus on the hand again. Bring up my hand all the way to the shoulder. We're going to focus on the wrist, on the elbow. Again, don't let your mind wander off. Let them anchor your mind onto your elbow. As if you're crossing the street with your kid, with your children. Hold the hands. Hold the hands of your mind. Don't let it wander. Now go the other way. Very slow. We're doing warm-up exercise, but not just on the body, but also on the mind. Not just on the mind, but also on the chi. Bringing the three into one. Now put down your hand. Relax. Come back to a posture, maintaining pressure on the adrenal. Straighten up a spine, open the shoulder, lean back a forehead, tuck in the chin. Slightly touch the roof of my mouth with a tongue. And just relax. Now we're going to move from the wrist to the elbow to the shoulder and finally to the neck. Okay, so now we're going to lift up our arm, stretch, hold. When you're holding, make a habit of checking your mind. Make sure the mind stays with the hand and then come down as if you're touching the walls, opening up the shoulder. And as soon as you come down, you tell yourself to relax. Relax. It's very important that you relax. By relaxing, you're actually coming back to the yin, which is the parasympathetic. Okay? As soon as you exercise, you're in the sympathetic. So you go back and forth between the yang and the yin. Yang means energetic. It's when you're exposed to the sun, you're very energetic. And when you're away from the sun, that's the yin. That's when you have to really relax and calibrate your mind. Again, open your shoulder, one at a time. Stretch, come down, touching the wall. One more time, stretch, open, stretch, touching the wall. One more time, open. Feel the pain on your shoulder as you come down. Open that shoulder. And now we're going to go the other way. Open the shoulder first. Stretch, hold, calibrate your mind. Make sure your mind is anchored with your body. Open, up, stretch, and then come down. One more time, open, stretch, come down. Now relax. One more time, we're going to do a deep breath. Learn to do a deep breath. When we do deep breath, we're using the diaphragm. And so we do that by blowing air out first. Don't do it in the reverse because then you will hyperventilate. Sit up straight, open your shoulder, relax your upper torso, open your mouth, blow air through your mouth very slow, very gently, feeling the stomach collapsing as the diaphragm is being lifted up. Blow as much as you can and then relax. Feel the freshness of the air coming into your nostril. Feel how your stomach is expanding. We're going to continue with the shoulder. Put the hand in front, all the way up. And then now as you come around, put it as far back as you can. Really feel the pain on your shoulder. Embrace that pain all the way back. Again, all the way back. As you feel the pain, make sure your mind is anchored on your body. Don't let your mind drift away, because if it drifts away, then it's going to go to what we call the 5 hindrances. That's when the pain metastasizes into suffering. All the way back. One more time. Good morning, Samantha. All the way back. And now we're going to do the reverse. Put the hand back. Bring up as much as you can. Feel the pain. All the way up. And come down. As you feel the pain, don't let your mind drift away. Just focus on your body. Completely focus on the body. Observe the pain. See where the pain comes from. See how the pain goes very sharp. And then eventually go out of focus like that. Okay? It's just one more time. Up. Stretch. And come down. Once again, calibrate our body. Calibrate our posture. Straighten up our spine. Open our shoulder. Lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin. Get used to doing that. Every time you sit it like this, okay? Sit like this, because now by sitting like this, you're lining up yourself with the magnetic field. You're now part of the universe, okay? We're going to continue with the shoulder, left and right. Now stretch out your right and then focus on the left. Focus on the left, okay? One hand at a time, separating the left brain from the right brain, okay? Get ready. Take the right hand, make a big circle, and as you go around, really open the shoulder. Feel the pain on your shoulder, and then go to the left, holding the right hand in place. Open that shoulder, feel the pain, embrace the pain. Embrace the pain. The pain will go away, okay? When the pain comes, especially when it's a very sharp pain, imagine that it's like a rock that will throw into a pond, making a huge disturbance. But don't follow the rock. The rock is already gone. The pain is already gone. What's left is the suffering. So observe the top of the pond as if you're observing your mind. Okay, one more time. And just let the ripples come down slowly. And one last time. Okay, now put your hands down. Once again, coming back to the posture, open the shoulder, sit upright. Now this time I'm going to do what's called throwing a fist. This is when you exercise. This is really when you practice mind, body, one. Okay? When the mind and the body is one, that is the definition of yoga. Okay? Yoga comes the word yuj, which became also the English word called yoke. It's the harness that you put in front of the oxen as they pull the cart. It's synchronizing the body and the mind. In our case, the harness is the chi. So open the shoulder, focus your mind onto your right hand. Right hand appear in front of your line of sight. And then form a fist. And as you throw the fist, follow the fist. Up! Feel the vibration. Bring the hand and the mind back. Now transfer from the right to the left, making a fist. Up, come back, give it to the right arm. Down, come back, give it to the left arm. Down, up, up. Never leave your mind unattended. Down, nothing good's happened from that. Down, one more time. Up, follow the fist. Up, and down. Down. Now open your shoulders, sit upright, two hands, follow the fist, one. Feel the vibration, two. Come back, three. Come back, four. Come back, five. Relax. Let the stress hormone dissipate. Relax on your breath, relax on your body. Observe the pond, let your mind settle. Now we're going to do the next exercise, which combines the shoulder and the neck. Okay, so this is actually a very ancient exercise. And some of you might not know, there was a period in Chinese history more than 2,000 years ago, called the Three Kingdom period. There was a very, very famous physician. He came out with a set exercise imitating 5 different animals. This is one of them. So sit up properly, straighten up your spine, open the shoulder, focus on the top of the shoulder. Bring the shoulder very slow towards the ear, bring it all the way up, as much as you can. And then when you reach the limit, open that shoulder, make a circle, come back to the back, open that shoulder, feel the pain between your shoulder and between your neck and your spine. Relax, always relax, maintain the harmony with the yin and the yang. And now go to the next one, all the way up, all the way up, all the way back. Open that shoulder, feel the pain between the left and the right shoulder and between the neck and the spine. One more time. Relax first. Bring it up again, all the way up. all the way up, as far up as you can. Open and relax. Completely relax. Sit up straight. Again, go back to the posture. Straighten up your spine. Lean forward. And as you lean back, hold the hip in place, putting pressure on your adrenal. Tuck in your chin, pointing the top of the head, which is called the 100 meet. This is the point where all of the yang energy of your body comes together. Okay? And holding that in place, we're going to take the right arm. Okay? Now we're going to bend the head and maintain the position. Feel the stress on your neck. Hold it and relax the other way. Take it to the left. Hold it. Hold it and relax. Now we're going to take our head slowly, lean back, right, focusing on the neck, okay? Don't let your mind drift away. All the way to the left, relax, all the way to the right, making a clockwise. And now we're going to go the other way, making a counterclockwise. Okay, now sit upright, open the shoulder, straighten up the spine, tuck in the chin. And now we're going to take the right hand, 4 fingers, put it behind our neck on the left hand side, and just press very gently, massage. There's an energy point there. Massage that. Do the same thing on the other side, taking the left hand on the right hand side, the neck, sit up straight, and relax. Okay, now we've done all the joint exercise, right? From the wrist to the elbow, to the shoulder, and to the neck. And the neck is very important. It is literally the bottleneck of all the energy that eventually has to come up to the top, okay? Open the shoulder. We can now move on to the next part, which is clearing the energy line, starting with a finger. There's 6 energy lines that starts with fingers. 3 are called yin, they're hidden from the sun. 3 are called yang, they're actually exposed to the sun. And then eventually also the 2 primary message. One is in the front, which is yin, and then one is in the back, which is yang. The one in the front, I translate, it's most commonly translated as conception. I translate it as gestation, because this is the energy line that first get developed when the fetus is in the mother's womb. And all the yin organ associated with this are the must-have before the fetus is viable. The lung, the heart, the kidney, the splint, and the liver. Whereas the rest, which is in the back, that's the yang element. Those get developed later. Those can be supplemented by the mother during the gestation stage. Okay. All right. And we're going to clear the passage, clear the line, energy line by working with the fingers. Right. Always work with the extremities, whether they are the fingers or the toe. That's the blockage. When the chi comes to the end, it won't come back, then you have blockage. And when the chi actually means 2 things. It means circulation, it means shi, which is blood, which is circulation. Circulations of not just the blood, but all the mineral, all the nutrients, all the hormones and everything. And then also the chi, which is the energy. That's actually the magnetic aspect of the electrical energy, right? The circulation is electrical, and the chi is magnetic. The magnetic part is the coupling part. All right? And when your chi is blocked, it depends on which one is blocked. If the circulation is blocked, you have swelling. And when the chi is blocked, then you have pain, okay? So all the pains, things like the frozen shoulder, carpal tunnel, and all that, the Chinese consider that as blockage of your chi. So we're gonna work on the fingers now. Open the shoulder, eyes forward, lift up your arm at the height of your shoulder, focus on the fingers, especially the 4 fingers, think of them as springs, okay? And then now you're gonna hold down the 4 fingers with the thumb, lock your elbow, wind up those 4 fingers and let them explode, okay? Wind them up, hold it, and then just let go, okay? Get ready, 1, feel the vibration, feel the pain on the fingers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It used to be that we have carpal tunnel when you have repeated work habit, like using the mouse, right? So that's where it happened. You know, a decade ago, that's how we got all started. But today, everybody uses their fingers. So, this is a good exercise. This is actually a good exercise to make the pain go away. Okay, now we continue with the finger, open the shoulder, and we're going to review. We're going to get closer, and we're going to get talking about the energy points now. So there's 2 energy points here called the gate to the cloud. So if you fold up your shoulder like this, it's like that. It's right here. The gate to the cloud is the last energy point for the lung energy line before it goes inside the body. So we're going to sit up, open. Again, we're going to put the middle finger and the thumb together, closing 2 energy lines. One is the pericardium, the mechanical aspect of the heart. One is the lung. Then this is called the lotus hand. We're going to put that over here. Open your shoulder. Get ready. 1. With the palm, back of the hand facing the camera. Feel the vibration. Come back. Sit upright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I talk about the 6 critical organs. When I have a chance, I'll actually talk about how the Chinese many thousands years ago really come to understand the energy line. I might have to do that on the video. It's a little too long to try to do it in the class, taking time away from the class. But interestingly, these energy lines actually comes from the planet. So the Chinese have identified 5 planets, and they name them after the metal, the earth, the fire, the water, and the air like that. So that's the name of the planet. The one associated with the wood is the Jupiter. And they have a whole philosophical understanding of how the universe interacts with one another. And eventually they take that understanding to the body. So they don't understand the body by doing dissection. They don't open up the organ. They don't do that. It's counter to our culture. It's disrespectful to, because the body, and notice that if you look at Chinese movie, they don't cut their hair, right? Just like the Indians would do that. They don't cut the hair because the hair belongs to the parents. The body belongs to the parents. You don't cut it up. So they don't ever learn medicine by cutting up a cadaver. They learn it by really experiencing the qi inside the body, and they eventually understand that there's the qi inside the body that corresponds to the 5 elements. I'll talk about that in the future. All right? So now we're going to come back to these 2 principal or primary energy line. The one that starts at the very bottom of your upper torso, between your reproductive organ and the bowel. And that's called the yin meat. That's where all the yin energy comes together. And then the counterpart of that is at the very top, which I call the 100 meat. That's where the yang energy comes together. And then in the front, starting in between your nose and your lip, is the point where the yin line starts. That's the conception or gestation line. And then from when you reach the very bottom upper torso, then it goes back up, all the way up to the top of the head, and then down like this. So we're going to exercise both the front and the back. There's nothing in the front. The back is easy. That's a spine. So how do you exercise the yin? Or you exercise the internal organ. How do you exercise the internal organ? One at a time or together? It turns out that there is a very important organ that is totally overlooked by the Western science. And the Chinese for thousands of years have assigned an energy line to that. And that's the yang line that is a protector for the heart, which we call the triple warmer or the triple focus. And the triple warmer, the triple focus is how we separate our internal organs. What's above the diaphragm, what's between the diaphragm and the belly button, and what's below the belly button. And they each have their own function. But there is one energy line that put it all together, and that is actually has to do with the connective tissue. So each of those organs, even though they're discrete and individual, they are all encased, right? So it's like the casing in a sausage, and all the connective tissues are connected. In fact, they're not just the organ, they're connected everywhere. It's as if you have another nerve system in your body, okay? Now, the one gigantic connective tissue is the diaphragm. So as you move the diaphragm, you're actually massaging your internal organ, okay? And the energy line that corresponds to that is a yang line, so it's exposed to the sun and it's right here. So we're going to take a deep breath, and when we get done with the breathing out, the hand's going to come down, and I want you to maintain stress on your palm and stretching out this part. Okay, so the diaphragm and the triple warmer energy lines are connected. So open your shoulder, relax, straighten up your spine, and then now take your hand, lock the fingers, and put it right below your belly button. So if you locate your belly buttons about 2 fingers down is what we call the Dan Ten. Dan means fire, Ten means feel. But the Dan Ten this is called the lower Dan Ten. It's actually the second brain, because the brain is called the upper Dan Ten. And then all the internal organs is called the middle Dan Ten. So as you breathe, I want you to visualize the lower to the middle to the upper, like that, okay? Now the only way that you could take a deep breath is do it slow, because the diaphragm is made of viscoelastic material. It's rate dependent. I'm a mechanical engineer. I was a mechanical engineer professor, so this is my thing. So if you try to move it too fast, it will fight. It will fight, which makes sense, right? Because the connective tissue is there to hold the shape, and so the minute that you try to distort it, it's going to fight you. Now, fascia is a very limited understanding of the connective tissue. Fascia means the connective tissue for the muscle, and this comes from people who are doing not muscular massage, but fascia massage. So I don't like to use the word fascia because I don't want you to fall into the thinking that this is about the muscle. All organs, every single thing in your body, the eyeball, the eardrum, everything has connective tissue, okay? And human being is very interesting. Human being is, if I understand it correctly, right, it's the only species in the animal kingdom that doesn't know how to walk when they were born. Not because the muscle is not developed, because the connective tissue is not developed. Connective tissue is very important. All right, enough talking. Sit upright, open the shoulder, lock your fingers, put it in your lower dantian. Take a deep breath, very slow, very steady, and from beginning to end, from the lower to the middle to the upper dantian. Okay, get ready, relax, breathe in. Now breathe out. Unlock your fingers. Hold the stress on your wrist. And as you come down, imagine you have 2 huge rocks and you want to climb the mountain, putting stress on your upper part of your arm. Now, as soon as you come down, you relax, get back into the yin state, maintaining the harmony between the yin and the yang. Let all the stress hormone dissipate. And second time, again, lift up your arm, put it in the lower dantian, breathe in, breathe out. Open your arms, open your fingers, and climb the mountain. One last time, breathe in, breathe out. Climb the mountain, okay? And later on when we do Jing, you will see that a lot of exercise is on this part as well. This energy line is responsible for your metabolic, because it combines all the internal organs. Metabolic disorder is actually a disorder of the yin and the yang, right? It's disorder of all the functions, all the organs. Okay. Now we're gonna now stretch the back. The back, the energy line in the back corresponds exactly to the spine. So again, lift up our spine, open the shoulder. Essentially doing the same thing, but now focusing on the back. And stretch. Stretch the spine, and then lean back. Keep it stretched. And now come back in the middle. Stretch the spine and lean forward. Lean to the right, left. Come back in the middle. And all the way to the right. Stretch, stretch. And then all the way to the left. Stretch the spine. And then come back in the middle. Keep it stretched. And now to the right. And come back in the middle. And relax. If you have a pet, whether it's a dog or cat, you notice that as soon as they get up, they will stretch their spine. Right? This is a very important thing. It's innate to all animals. And by stretching our spine, we're actually reversing the aging. Because aging, there are many reasons, there are many part of aging. One part is that you're losing your volume of marrow, right? Because the spine, the bones are the place where you create marrow. And as you get old, your bone get oxidized. So you're actually decreasing the volume. And as a result, you're losing your red blood cell, which has to do with your energy. And you're losing your white blood cell, which has to do with your immunity. So by stretching the spine, you're actually using the piezoelectric property of the bone and essentially reversing the oxidation process and reversing your aging. Okay, it's a very important part. All right, so we're going to continue to stretch your spine. Keep this stretch. Take the right hand all the way up, and now put it behind your head, touching your left shoulder, and take the right hand, grab the elbow, stretch your spine, and left. Stretch the spine. Okay, come back. Same thing, and then the head has to point to the heavens, so you're putting pressure on the elbow, and to the right. Now the next two exercises is actually very good for your heart. It's very, very important to your heart. Okay, so you notice that all the Chinese elderlies, they don't do very energetic exercise. They do Tai Chi, they do all of that. And all these exercises actually are very, very good for the heart, even though they don't look like it. This next one is very deceiving. Okay, now I'm going to sit upright, open the shoulder. I wear an iWatch so I can monitor my heartbeat. I actually have data. Okay. Okay, now we're going to take our hands. We put the palms together in the bottom of our spine, fingers pointing down. Now sit properly. Okay. Most important part about this is the proper posture. Heads pointing to heaven. Now we're going to rotate our fingers so that the fingers are pointing up, and very gently move the fingers up the spine. Okay, now sit properly. Sit properly. Forget the fingers. Okay, sit properly, and open the shoulder. Open the shoulder. Feel the stress on your fingers, your wrist, your elbow, and most important on the shoulder. Open that shoulder, hold it, and relax. Your heart is pumping because all around the shoulder is the energy point for the lung and the heart. Okay, so now it's time to come back to the pond. You notice that there are a lot of waves and ripples on the pond. That's your heart. And just let it settle. Relax. Now we continue. The next exercise is the same thing. Okay, now take the left hand, the palm facing the sky, the right, putting it between your finger and your palm. Okay, sit upright, relax. Bring your hands down. Now focus on the elbow. Push out the elbow. Push, as if you're going to break that elbow. Don't worry, you won't. Break, and then now eyes forward, and use the elbow to push up. push up your arm. Don't let the elbow unlock, okay? Push all the way up, so that the arm is now at the eyebrow, above your heart. Keep pushing. And relax. Now go to the right hand side. Same thing. Sit upright. Bring it down. Push out the elbow. Push out the elbow. Eyes forward. Use the elbow to push up the arm all the way up, up. All the way up to eye level. And hold it. Keep pushing. And relax. Relax. Watch your breath. Watch your mind. Focus on the top of the pond. Imagine that you can see the reflection on the moon, of the moon bouncing off the pond. And notice how you can't quite see it because of the ripple. Now just let the ripple comes down. And then now you can see the reflection of the moon. All right? Okay, so now we go to the third part. First part is a warm-up, joint exercise, both the body and the mind. The second part, we start to work on the chi by doing some stretching on the 6 energy lines plus the 2 primary. Now we get to work on the energy points, okay? Of course, initially on the upper part, which has to do with the fingers. We're going to sit properly now, open the shoulder. Again, mind, body together. Turn the head to the right. Right hand appear in front of you, forming what's called the empty hand. So there's a pocket of air. Always maintain the empty hand. Put that on your right shoulder. Fingers on top, so you're touching an energy point that we'll come back to in called the well on top of the shoulder. This is the gallbladder energy line. The center of the palm touching the gate to the cloud. Maintaining the empty hand. Turning the head to the right. Listen with your left ear. Get ready. Wake up. And concentrate. Okay, now turn the other side. Heads turn to the left. Left hand appear in front of the eye, forming the empty hand. Fingers on top. Listen with the right ear. Sit up straight. Wake up. And concentrate. Okay. Next, we're going to work on the heart. Okay, so the heart counts as one organ, but it has 2 functions. There is the mechanical part, which is the pericardium, and then there's the mental part, your emotion. Okay, so Josh and I did a talk, and we said it's interesting when the Westerner talks about mind, they point here. When the Chinese talks about mind, we translate into the word heart, they point here. It's interesting. All right, so we're going to work on the heart, then we're going to work on the pericardium. The heart has a bunch of energy line, comes here, and then it goes here. Okay, open the shoulder, lift up the left arm, put the elbow on top of the head, head's pointing to the heaven. Now, gently hold on to the top part of your ear. Heads to the right, right hand, empty hand. Put that on the left armpit. Listen with your left ear. Wake up and concentrate. Okay, the other side. Wake up. Concentrate. Okay. Open the shoulder. We're going to come back to our old friend, the elbow. The elbow has three very important energy points. It's the one place where all the yin energy come together. This one is the heart, and then in the middle is both the pericardium and the lung. Very important energy point. So put that, lift up your elbow, lock the elbow, the palm at the height of your eyebrow. Invite your right hand, form the empty hand. Put the fingers on top and the palm on the side. Listen with your left ear. Wake up and concentrate. Oh, now to the right hand side. Same thing. Lock your elbow, left hand. Get ready. Wake up and concentrate. Okay. It's interesting how the Chinese name these 12 critical organs. First of all, they only name 11 because the heart and the pericardium count as one. And it's interesting that the word that you use to represent all the yin organ, the word is like treasure, where you store the essence. Whereas when they call the yang organ, the word is like the hall, the empty hall, where it's a container. Okay, so the yang organ, all the ones that are on the one exposed to the sun, like the bladder, which contains urine, the stomach, which contains the food, the small and the large intestines, which has their own purpose, right? And the gallbladder and like that. So the word that you use is an empty hall. It's a vessel that contains fluid goes in and goes out. Whereas for the yin is solid. It's the one that contains the essence. And if you use up the essence, there's no more. That's how they think. And the yang organs are the protectors, not only protecting the corresponding one, but actually protects the other ones too. So a very important protective line is the gallbladder line, gallbladder energy line. I should say it's the energy line that is named after the gallbladder. Okay, now it's in the back. It's all through the back. It's the longest energy line. It actually starts at the pinky, goes all the way around to the end of the eyebrow. Very important one. So we're going to work on that. We're actually now moving away from the upper burner and then to the lower one, right? The three ones have different functions. Okay, so we're done with the upper one, which is the lung and the heart. Now we're going to move to the neck with the other one. So we're going to sit properly, open the shoulder, heads point to the sky. We're going to take the right arm, use the center of a palm, go as far as you can. There's an energy point here that protects the lung. Actually, not just one, a bunch. So don't worry if you can't get it wrong. Okay, just in that area is fine. Then I'm going to take the left hand, use the back of the hand, go all the way around to the kidney, to the adrenal. Okay. Now I'm going to sit properly. Think of yourself as a vertical windmill. Get ready. 1. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move towards the toes. Okay. Going to move towards the toes. Working on the feet. You ever see the guy who with the drum and the trumpet and that's me. Okay. I got this thing down, man. All right, so now take out your feet and notice that part of your legs are exposed to the sun. That's the yang. Part of your legs are hidden from the sun. That's the yin. So we're going to work on the yin side. What's above the knee is the energy line named after the liver. What's below the knee is the energy line that named after the splint. What's outside is named after the gallbladder. Okay, now we're going to work on the inside first. Concentrate in the middle. Let's go. Okay, now move towards the hip. Get ready, go. Okay, now move towards the knee, but don't touch the knee yet, okay? Get ready, go. Okay, now close the knee. We're going to work on the gallbladder. The gallbladder actually has many functions. And if you have constipation, gallbladder is an important part. Okay, now we had 3 points in the inside. We're going to take 2 points on the outside. Closer to the hip first. Get ready, go. Move towards the hip, knee. Move towards the knee. Get ready, go. Okay, now we're going to work on the knee. There's actually no energy points on the knee. I just do it because many of my parents and many of the students suffer from arthritis, and this helps with the arthritis, but it's not an energy point, okay? Get ready, go. Okay, now we're going to find the energy point. Hold on to the knee. You feel the knee, the bone, okay? Think of this as a hill. Okay, now descending down from the hill until you no longer feel the bone. This is a very important energy point. It has to do with your immune system. The next two actually, not just this one. So get ready, go. Okay, now we're going to find the next one, which is also a yang energy line, but it's not the gallbladder anymore. It's actually the stomach. Now we go down another same distance. Move towards the front. You feel the bone, right? Move back right next to the bone. Okay, this is a very important energy line. This one and the one before is the most common place for acupuncture. So don't hit the bone, hit next to the bone. Get ready, go. Okay, now come back to the side, goes down in the middle. Okay, now we're going to go down onto the side, all the way down to the angle. Measure 4 fingers up. Okay, on the side, get ready, go. Okay, now we're going to open the knee. We're going to work on the inside now, which has to do with the splint. The splint is part of your lymph node, so it has a great deal to do with your immune system, but it's also the one that is responsible for returning water from the vein to the heart. So if you have swelling, this is the important part. So start with the knee. Okay, now hold on to the knee. Okay, there's like this is a small hill, right? Okay, now descend from the hill until you no longer feel the bone. Okay, now from the inside out. So this is the what we call the spring at the bottom of the hill on the inside. This is important energy point for the splint. Okay, get ready? From the inside out. Okay, now move back to the side, or the side, huh? Okay, in the middle. Okay, now go all the way to the angle. Measure 4 fingers. Touch the bone, and then an inch away from the bone, from the inside out. Okay, get ready? Go. Okay, now we're gonna do acupressure. Okay, and the most important one. Okay, I hope you can see it. We're going to work on the top of the feet first. So we have 6 energy lines starting with the toe, with the feet. 5 of them actually start with the toe. 1 actually starts on the bottom of the feet. So in between the toe, take the edge of your thumb and just massage that. Notice that your feet are very cold, right? Especially at night. I'm sure they are. That's because you have bad circulation. And one at a time, all the way to the pink. The last one is the bladder. The first one is the splint, and in between is the stomach, the liver, and the gallbladder. Now come back, and I want you to massage them one at a time. Use 2 thumbs, one on one side and one on the other side, and then do that for every single one of them. Do that when you watch TV. Okay? Just don't do it when you're standing. Don't waste time, okay? Just always work on your body. Always work on your body. Okay, now go to the right hand side. Same thing. Use the edge of your thumb. Massage in between the toes. Starting with the big toe. That's a splint. Work towards the little toe, which is the bladder, with the stomach and the liver and the gallbladder in between. Okay, again massage, okay? One edge, massage the edge, okay? Massage the other side, massage the edge, massage the other side, one at a time. Get the circulation going. Okay, now, all right, now we're gonna do more. We're going to start with the bottom of the feet, and if you hold your toes like this, the remaining length of the bottom of your feet, 1/3 of the way down. This is we call this the gushing spring. This is the beginning of the kidney. The kidney is a very important organ from the Chinese. It's responsible for your reproductive organ. It's responsible for the generation of marrow. So the kidney connects to your heart and connects to your brain. Okay? Okay, now use the knuckle. Really work on that now. This is something that you should practice on your own. And then when you have a loved one who is bedridden, whether they just temporary, like in the hospital, or for a long time, whatever, then the gushing spring, what we call the earth energy point, is no longer touching the ground. They're not absorbing the essence from the earth anymore. They're disconnected from the earth, and so the circulation suffers. And if you have any time, and Samantha knows what I'm talking about, if you have someone that you care for who is bedridden, 3 things happen. Arthritis is really bad, because arthritis is a blockage of the qi. The constipation is really bad, right? And finally, the swelling is really bad because that's all has to do with qi. Okay, now we're going to work on the next one. Hold on to the gushing spring. Here's the arch. Just come up to the arch. This is the second energy point for the splint. Okay, and the problem is the Western doctor have no solution. They don't know what to do because they have no concept of the qi because they never experience it. Remember what I said? They learn everything about dead body. Dead body has no qi. Okay, now hold on to this point. Come down the arch until you hit the heel. Come back about 1 thumb. Okay, now you pick up the kidney again. If you're a healthy person, it doesn't hurt at all, or doesn't hurt much. But if you have someone who's not well, these points it hurts a lot, and you can help them. Now, hold on to the angle now. Go down from the angle. That's another kidney point. Okay, work on that. Okay, now one last point. Hold on to the knuckle, 4 fingers up. We work on that. That's the last point. Touch the bone, come down from the bone. We call this the 3 yin meet. All 3 of the yin energy meet here. Okay. Okay, now come back to the right hand side. Work on the center of the bottom of your feet. That's the kidney. That's the gushing spring. Now use the knuckle. And then hold on to the gushing spring. Walk up to the arch. Press down on it. Now hold on to that. Come down to the heel. Maybe 1 thumb up from the heel. Work on that. Okay, now hold on to the angle. Straight down from the angle. Kidney. And one last point. From the angle, 4 fingers up, touch the bone, 1 inch down from the bone. 3 yin meet. Okay, so we're done with the earth. Huh? This is earth. This is how all these energy points working with the kidney absorb the energy from the earth. If you're not touching the earth, then you need to work on that. Now the next is the being. Then we're going to work on the heaven. Right? 3 regions. So the being, the most important part is right here. This is the energy point, only energy point out of the 300, 400 energy points that gives out energy. Okay, so when you're a caregiver or when you are a volunteer or when you just work, I mean, all of us work at one point or another, one way or the other, you're actually giving out energy, positive or negative. So we're going to work on this one. So you take your middle finger. This is part of the pericardium. This is actually part of your heart. You fold it down, and where it touches, now you're on top of the bone, right? But the energy point is not on the bone. It's actually next to the bone, in between the middle finger and in your ring finger. So press in on that. That's the pericardium. The name of that is called the palace of labor. Now, hold on to that and then move 1 bone over. So now you're between the ring finger and the pinky. Push down on that. Yeah, hand is a magical tool. My hand is a magical tool. Okay, now on the other side, same thing. In the middle, and 1 over. 1 over. Between the bones, between the middle finger and the index, the ring finger. Now move 1 over. That's your heart. That's the emotional part. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 more, and then that's the 1 hour break that I promised you. Okay, we're gonna do 1 more, which is the top of the head. So now I'm sitting on the edge of my chair. So if you sit on the chair like I do, make sure that the gushing spring or the earth energy point is touching the floor. Okay, then you open your shoulders, sit up properly, so you're not putting any pressure on your upper torso now. And then you lean back your forehead, you tuck in your chin, and you slightly lean back. So this is now forming a straight line between the 100 yang and the yang meet. and the entire body is pointing the sky. Your one pillar supporting the sky. Energy is circulating now. Then we're going to take our 10 fingers, vertical, okay, not like this, vertical. I'm going to put that on top of the head. Focus 50 times. Okay, so this is the 1 hour break that I promised you. If that's all the time that you have, you can watch the rest on recording, okay? When you have a knot, so at first it's hard to, but once you get good in working on your energy point, and you can start to work on someone else, these knots are very common. That's a blockage of the energy line, okay? And Josh, can you type out the YouTube link? Thank you, sir. Okay, now we're going to continue with our energy work. And so as soon as we leave the sitting position, we have to maintain the standing posture. Okay, and the standing posture is very important. Again, health means harmony, living harmoniously with yourself, understanding the yin and the yang energy, but also living harmoniously with the universe, understanding our connection to the earth and connection to the heaven. Okay, so the inside timer is tricky because it only has a very narrow field of view. Okay, so you can't really see everything. All right, so now as soon as we put ourselves in a standing position, you have to stand like the pine tree. You sit like the bell, you stand like the pine tree. So you stand, imagine your feet are firmly on the ground, growing roots, okay, growing roots. And while you're at it, Josh, type out the one for the circle. So people should, if they come for the first time, they should join the circle. Now, your feet are firmly on the ground as if the pine tree is growing roots. The rest of the body has to be elastic, so don't lock your knee, just don't lock it. You don't have to loosen it too much, just don't lock it. Now, you come to the bottom of your feet, and you remember the energy point? The one that connects you, the being, with the earth is called the gushing spring. So now imagine that the spring of energy is gushing up from that. And as it travels up to your body, now think about the energy point on your shoulder. It has an interesting name. It's called a well on the shoulder. So what you have to do is you have to open up the shoulder, relax the shoulder, straighten up your spine, and catch all that spring water with the well. Now you're standing properly. You are now one with the universe. Now the energy comes up from the feet, from the toes. 5 of them actually comes to the front. 1 of them comes in the back. So this is now a bottleneck. So we're going to massage, especially the kidney. Come through here. Okay, come through here. Very gently. Be careful with the kidney energy line. The kidney is one of the most forgiving organ. You just keep working and working and working until you fail. You can never tell. Okay, so you don't know if you have a strong kidney or a weak kidney. No one knows. And so be gentle with it. So very gentle, very gentle. Now take the fist, make a very soft fist like this, put it in front, and just tap it. Get ready, go. Okay, now the Chinese, they talk about the kidney, and then they talk about the lower back. It's 2 different words, but they often combine them, because when your lower back hurts, that's when you know that your kidney is in trouble. And when your kidney is in trouble, you often have a difficult time walking, because the kidney is responsible for circulations. When you don't have enough circulations, you have problem walking. Old people have problem walking. And the way to fix the kidney is actually with the gallbladder energy line. I'll explain all that in the future video. So the gallbladder comes from the back, okay? And you gotta work on that gallbladder energy line. So again, standing like the pine tree, and we're gonna lean forward the body, loosening up the knee now. Put 4 fingers behind this energy point, the thumb on the side, get ready, and continue. Now, the Chinese thousands of years ago had written about qi, and they talk about the proper and the improper qi. Proper qi is when you have no blockage in your body, everything is working, yin and yangs are in harmony. The bad qi is the virus. So the Chinese believe that if you have a strong field, strong energy field, strong qi, that's your immune system. And they actually identify four times 2 is 8. 8 energy points that you need to work on. One is here, one is here, one is here, and one is here. Those are the important energy points. And if you don't do anything else, work on those, okay? Now, we're going to come to the last part. After that, we're going to move on to the breathing exercise. Again, come back, check a posture, stand like the pine tree, feet firmly on the ground, loosening up your knee, open your shoulder, align the well with the spring. And then we're going to take the sitting posture and embed it into the standing. The sitting posture is the foundation. So whether you lie down or you're walking, the sitting posture is part of it. So how do you do that? Lean back your forehead, tuck in your chin. Now, the gushing spring is lined up with the well on the shoulder. The 100 meat is lined up with the yin meat. Now we're going to stand on the toes, exercising all 6 energy lines. Think of this as meditation. Relax, let go of your thinking mind. Focus on the top of your head and stay there. And now grab the carpet with your 10 toes and very slowly stand on them. Stand on them until I tell you not to. Okay, just keep standing, focusing on the top of your head. Now you're going to come down. As you come down, impact the heel, which is the gallbladder energy line. And now come back to the mind as if someone had thrown a big rock into your pond. Calm yourself. Come back to the yin, come back to the parasympathetic, come back to the rest and digest. Watch the top of your pond. Now get ready for the second time. Grab the carpet with your toes. Focus on the top of your head. Stand up. And come down. Impact the heel. Again, settle down. Third time, stand up. Stand on your toe as long as you can and come down. Relax, settle your mind, completely relax. One last time. Grab the carpet, stand up, and come down. And relax. Now we're going to relax. And when I tell you to relax, I don't want you to just swing the arms like a madman. I want you to anchor your mind onto your hand. Now, in Chinese, the middle is called the heart. So this is very easy for us. We just say, put your mind, which is also heart, with the center of your palm, which is again a heart to heart, okay? And in English, it's a little harder. Just anchor your mind onto the center of your palm, mind, body together, and relax, okay? The best relaxation is not relaxing the body. The best relaxation is relaxing the mind, okay? All right, so we now move on to the second half. So the first half is all about qi. The second half is all about breath. which is part of Qi. And then the third part, we're going to do Jing, and then finally the sitting meditation is 2 hours. Okay, a lot of commitment. Now, the reason we work on our abdominal breathing is 3 reasons. One is that it's a meditation technique. Second is that it exercise. Now we are doing a full-blown exercise on the diaphragm. And the last one is we're actually delivering oxygen to the vital organ. So let's go back to the standing. Stand like a pine tree. The width of the feet of the width of your shoulder. Unlock your knee. Relax. Let go of your thinking mind. Just feel your body. And then feel your hand as your hand come up. Now, use your eye. So wherever your hand goes, the eye will go, and the eye and the mind is together. So the mind will go with the hand, go with the eye. Now bring it towards your body. And now as you lower the hand, lower your knee as if you're an elevator going down. And then relax, stand up. Again, lift up your arm. 1. Slowly. Bring back your arm, your hand. 2. Lower your hand with your knee. 3. And then stand up. Relax. Now we're going to breathe. Close your mouth. Breathe with your nostril. Very slow, very steady from beginning to end. Breathe in. Bring it towards your body. And then very slow, breathe out. Now you notice that there's a space between in and out and in. Now relax. Breathe in again. Just relax during that space, okay? During that space. Bring it in. Breathe out. Stand up. Breathe in. Bring it towards your body. Breathe out. This is the best exercise. This 5 exercise is the best exercise you can ever imagine for metabolic disorder. Because it's working with the diaphragm, which means that it's working with all the connective tissue. It's creating a balance between the yin and the yang of all your organs, creating harmony. Breathe out. Stand up straight. Now we're going to change form. Breathe in. Hands in front of you, folding the hands one in front of another, and then open. Breathe out. All the way out. Pause. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stand up straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. Bring it towards your body. Breathe out. Stand up straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very slow. Empty your mind. Okay? Let go of your thinking mind. Breathe out. One more time. Stand up straight. Breathe in. Cross your hand in front of you. Breathe out. Eyes on the hand. Mind on the eye. Okay? Breathe in. Towards your body. Breathe out. Now we're going to stand up. As you stand up, move the focus of your mind from the hand to the bottom of your feet. Feet firmly on the ground. Unlock your knee. Relax your knee. Relax your shoulder. Relax your forehead. Put the weight of the head back under the shoulder. Relax your mind. Focus on your breathing. One breath at a time. Just knowing that you're breathing and knowing that you're alive is all I'm asking for right now. Just know that I'm breathing it. Feel your body. Know that I'm breathing out. Feel your body. As soon as you're done with one, move on to the next one. One at a time. relax. Okay, relax. Open your eyes. Now concentrate on the bottom of your feet and then take a step, another step, pointing to the right. Lean back just slightly, don't lose balance. Lift up your toe on the right hand side so it's pointing to the ceiling. Lift up your head so that the eyes are looking at the ceiling, completely relaxing the upper torso. Imagine that there's a beach ball in front of you and you want to embrace that beach ball. And then you want to open up your arms, follow your arms, follow your hand with your eye. And as you embrace again, use your nostril, close your mouth, breathe in, steady, and breathe out. As you breathe out, relax. Breathe in, watch your hand, focus on your body. As you breathe out, watch your mind, relax your mind. Going between the yang and the yin. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, very slow. Completely focus on the hand. Okay, follow the hand with your eye. The mind will follow the eye. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Head's looking at the ceiling. Relax the upper torso. Breathe in, breathe out. Lean back, but don't lose balance. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, and breathe out. Now we're going to lower the hands. As you lower the hand, move the focus from your hand to your feet. When your mind reaches the bottom of your feet, then you take a step, take another step. Check your posture. Feet firmly on the ground. Relax the knee, relax the shoulder, relax the mind. Stand for 1 minute. Focus on your breath, one breath at a time. Commit to one breath at a time. When you're done, you can take a break or you can do another one, okay? One at a time. No stress, no expectation, just relax. Feel your body. Don't use your thinking mind. Okay, open your eyes. Mind goes to the bottom of the feet. Take one step, two step. Lean back, point left foot pointing to the sky, pointing to the ceiling. Eyes on the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Always relax on the out breath. Relax. Breathe in. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. in. Breathe out. One more time. Relax. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now lower your hands. Mind goes to the feet. 1 step. 2 step. Check your posture. And we're going to stand for 1 minute. The breathing is more pronounced each time. Much easier to observe your breath now. Much easier to observe how your body reacts when you breathe in, stomach expands, and how your body reacts when you breathe out, the stomach collapses. Just quiet your mind. Don't think. Don't solve problems. There's time for that. Right now is not the time. So standing meditation is a little easier than sitting meditation. And sitting meditation is a little easier than lying down meditation. Lying down meditation is actually the most challenging. The reason standing meditation is easier because in order to maintain balance, your mind is always with the body, at least 80% of the time. So it is very little opportunity for the mind to drift away. Now, for those who are accustomed to solving problems, I'm going to name you Samantha. You're one of those. Constantly solving problems for yourself and for others. You fall into the trap when you meditate. Is that when you finally are able to shut down your senses, your eye, your nose, your ear, your body, and so forth, all of a sudden you're like in Disneyland for your mind. Your mind just says, wow, I got this great place I can solve all my problems. That's a trap. That's a very, very, very dangerous trap that when you're actually centering your 5 senses, your remaining senses, the mind, just supercharge, okay? So this is, for those people like that, you need to really work hard. You really have to have the conviction that I have to center my mind. Let my mind be centered on my breath or on my body, depending on where I'm moving. It takes a lot more work. It's a trap, okay? It's a trap. So now we're going to continue. The next one is called, for people like that, actually spend more time in doing meditation while you're moving, while you're exercising, while you're walking, like that. Okay, it's easier. Sitting is actually a trap. Lying down, standing. Standing is much better. All right, anyway, let's go on. The next one is, I'm assuming that we stand for a minute already. I might have ignored that. Okay, anyway, we now come to the third one, which is called the butterfly. It's like standing on the toes again, except a little bit more elaborate. Okay, so relax, move your feet so that you're a little further out, give you a little bit more support. Stand with the shoulder open, well on the shoulder, straight line with the gushing spring. Let go of your thinking mind, follow your hand. Your hand comes up like the butterfly, just follow, relax. And then as your hand comes down, coordinate with your knee. The knee and the hand go down together. The body goes down like the elevator. And then open again. As you open, lift up your heel. The back of the hand are touching. Your focus entirely on the top of your head, nowhere else. And then as you come down, we're going to breathe in. As you go up, we're going to breathe out. From beginning to end. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maintaining focus on top of your head. Breathe in. Heels above the ground. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now relax. As you lower the arm, shift the focus from your hand to your feet. Adjust your feet so you're back to the proper standing position. Relax your knee, relax your shoulder, relax your eyelid so you can see a little bit on the ground, off the ground. Don't lose orientation. Focus on your breath. Your breath is very, very pronounced now. So now make a commitment of not moving your body for 1 minute. You do that by simply not leaving your breath. Stay focused on your breath, your body will follow. Now we're going to do the fourth exercise. Fourth exercise is called pushing hand. It's actually a very simple exercise, but very effective. Okay, and when you finish with this one, you would feel asymmetry in your body. I do. Josh called this lopsided yogi. All right, it's a very simple exercise. So just stand, but this time we don't lean back. The feet are firmly on the ground, and we place the beach ball with a water wheel. Bring the water wheel in, and then just lower your hand. Follow your hand, lower your hand and your knee at the same time. And then stand up. Now this time we push, but we push with the center of the palm forward, putting stress on the triple warmer energy line again, okay? Same thing, huh? Push, because we're using the diaphragm. The two are connected. Now, get ready, breathe in. Now, once you finish breathing in, you don't do anything here. You don't do anything here. Just focus on your hand and just go down. And then stand back up and then push. Okay? That's all you have to do. And magically, not only are you exercising your diaphragm, you're pushing the oxygen into your critical organ. Okay? Trust me. Get ready. Breathe in. Stand up. Now, you notice I don't speak when I go down. Okay? Don't speak. Breathe out. Concentrate. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe in. Follow your hand. Follow the hand with the eye. Wherever the hand goes, the eye goes, okay? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Open your shoulders. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, now relax. Relax your hand. Shift the focus from your hand to the bottom of your feet. Then you move 1 step, 2 step. Concentrate on your breath. Your breath is very, very pronounced. Just observing your breath. Observe your breath. Try not to participate in your breathing. Let your body breathe on its own. Okay, now quickly to the left. Get ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Stand up and push. Breathe out. Okay, come back. Stand. One last time. Last 1 minute standing. Concentrate. Focus on your breath. Okay, relax. Okay, now we come to the last exercise. Okay, so again, let's relax a little bit first. The last exercise has less to do with abdominal breathing, a lot more to do with restoring the harmony with the adrenal gland. What we call the adrenal fatigue. If you're here for the first time, you haven't done this before, I advise you to sit it out, or at least put a chair next to you, because as we quickly move our body up and down, we're changing the center of gravity. The body senses danger, and if you have healthy adrenal, it will send stress hormone to your liver, both through the bloodstream, we call it cortisol, or through the nerve system, which is a combination of different adrenal. And then the liver would then tell the heart to pump blood into your brain to restore that equilibrium. But if you're under stress all the time, you overwork your adrenal, then it won't respond as quickly and you will have lightheaded. Okay, so this is, again, stand with the feet further out. We're only going to do this 3 times, that's all we need. Open the shoulder, focus on your elbow, breathe in, open your knee, breathe out, and press forward, feel the stress on your adrenal, and then stand up, breathe in, and then open, press back, feel the stress again, and then relax, observe the top of the pond, let your mind settle. And the second time, get ready, breathe out, press forward, breathe in, press back, and once again, relax, completely relax. One last time, that's all. Breathe out, press forward, stand up, press back, and relax. Okay, we're a little past hour and a half. So for those who can only commit to hour and a half, now is a good time to take a break. We're going to sit. We're going to learn how to sit properly, making use of all the work that we put in, working with the 12 energy lines, and then working with our deep breathing. We're now going to work on the 2 primary. So think of this as a 3-step process. The first one is going back to our posture, We sit like the bell. We stand like the pine tree. We sit like the bell. When we stand, we accentuate the fire element using a muscle. When we sit, we accentuate the earth element using a structure. So we're going to sit with the feet firmly on the floor. If they are lifting up like this, put pillows, so not using any muscle. Okay, and then relax your hand. Okay, relax your hand. Don't use any of your hand muscle. And then stretch your spine. Stretch, 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 as if someone pulled your spine by the top of your head. Okay, and then now relax your shoulder, open your shoulder, reveal the energy point here called the gate to the cloud. And now lean forward, the entire body lean forward, and as you lean back, keep the hip in place, feel the pressure on your adrenal, putting the adrenal gland at rest so you're not putting out any more stress hormone. Now take your forehead, lean back so that the neck touches the collar, and then tuck in your chin, putting pressure on your artery. Relax your eyelids so you can see through your eyelashes, at least relax one eye. You can see your knee in your hand and the floor. Now take your tongue, touch the roof of your mouth with your tip of your tongue, where the roof of the mouth and the teeth meets, forcing the reactivation of your salivary gland and also creating conductive path. Now you're completely in the rest and digest mode. This is step 1. Step 2, we're going to come back to our abdominal breathing, focusing on the stomach. Focus on your stomach, not on your nostril. Nostril is too close to your thinking mind, okay? Focus on your stomach. Notice how when you breathe in, your stomach expands. When you breathe out, your stomach collapses. Now, if you can't feel it, then we would do 3 deep breaths, okay? So open your mouth. This is the only time that you're allowed to open your mouth. Open your mouth. Very gently blow air through your mouth. As you blow out, feel how your stomach collapses. Your diaphragm is lifted up, pushing your lung. And then relax. Feel the fresh air comes into your nose. Your stomach expands. If you need to, you can do 2 more, or you can just focus on your breath. Now, as soon as you know that you're breathing in, relax the stomach. As soon as you know that you're breathing out, collapse your stomach. We call this intentional breathing. As you do that, you are exercising all the internal organ. Not just putting pressure, pushing the organ, but actually taking all the connective tissue, exercising all the connective tissue. This is the second step. Learn how to use your stomach to breathe. Now we come back to the posture. Maintain the posture. Open your shoulder. Lift up your spine. Lean back the forehead. Tuck in your chin. Body lean forward and then come back, holding your hip forward, maintaining stress on your adrenal, keeping the tongue, the tip of the tongue on your roof, activating the salivary gland. Now I want you to focus on your breath. As your stomach opens, fresh air comes into your nostril. As you breathe out, stomach collapses. I want you to think about how you were when you were inside the womb. I know you don't remember that, I don't, but just imagine. Actually, the baby, when they're inside the mother's womb, they put the tongue on top of the roof, just like we do now. Being back in the mother's womb is the most unstressed state we have ever been. So I want you to go back to that. I want you to imagine that you're being developed in the mother's womb. I want you to imagine your body well before your body is fully formed. Your internal organs are being formed, the ones that have essence, especially the kidney. The kidney contains the essence for the marrow. The marrow grows in your spine and then eventually delivered into your brain. The Chinese believe that the brain matter is an extension of marrow. Everything starts with the kidney. Your reproductive organ is also part of your kidney energy line. So I want you to focus on your reproductive organ, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. There's a left and a right. Ovary or the testicle, doesn't matter, left and right. I want you to start at the bottom of your upper torso, visualizing your your reproductive organ, visualizing the essence of your reproductive organ. I want you to travel to the bottom of your spine, move up. Now you're in the middle of your kidney, your adrenal, left and right. Just come in to the middle, travel up the spine, all the way up to the back. Now you're in the middle of your lung, which also has its own essence, left and right. Come up to the back of your head. You're in between your ears, left and right. Now you're on top of your head. You're actually traveling between the left brain and the right brain. There is a chamber there between the left side and the right side. Very little understood. It's actually the place that generates electrical potential. It's a resonance chamber. So as we visualize going up, we're actually using the brain to move all the free electrons generated in your intestine, your dantian, and bring it up. As you reach to the front of your forehead, you come down through the middle of your eyes, left and right, and then now you travel down to the bridge of your nose, the tip of your nose, between your nose and your upper lip, and now you travel through your tongue, which completes the electrical circuit, down to your chin, to the upper body, to the belly button, to the lower dantian, and back to the reproductive organ again. Now I want you to coordinate that with your breathing, check your posture. As soon as you breathe in, feel the freshness of the air, feel the positive energy. Start at the bottom of your upper torso, go up to your spine, bringing all that positive energy to the top of your head. Feel the lightness of your head, the coolness of your head. And as you breathe out, I want you to feel the air being a little bit more damp. Now it's time to take all the negative energy, all the anxiety, all the anger, all the pain and suffering, and just let it settle. Don't push it, just let it settle, let it fall by its own weight all the way down. As the negative energy comes down, I want you to lean back as if you're getting out of the way. Let the negative energy come to your feet. Your feet feels a little heavy as it absorbs the negative energy and return it to the earth. Then I want you to start again at the bottom of your spine. As you breathe in, straighten up your body. Take your body with you. Straighten up your spine. Open your shoulder. Lean back your forehead. Tuck in your chin all the way up to the top of the head. Again, as you come down, let it come down by its own weight. Lean back as if you're getting out of the way. Okay? So we're going to do that for 3 minutes on your own. Commit to 3 cycles at a time. When you're done with 3, very slowly, don't need to rush it. Then either recommit to 3 or take a break. Okay? And just relax. And pretty soon, you feel energy rising up on its own. So the thing to remember is that as you straighten up the spine, as you open the shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin, and lean back slightly. This is called the one pillar supporting the sky. And as you experience the energy coming up on its own and you're just following the energy, this is called the wandering dragon chasing the pearl. And if you don't feel anything, don't worry, okay? The more you look for it, the harder it gets. Just relax. It will come to you. Trust me on this. The harder you try, the harder it is. Just relax. Okay, open your eyes. Okay, so we have essentially finished our morning practice. What comes is really a bonus. We're going to do Jing, and then we're going to do some facial massage. So I want you to think about what you did as chi therapy, is restoring the harmony in your metabolic system. Okay, so all the yin organs, or the energy lines that has to do with the yin organs, whether they are the heart, the lung, the intestines, and the liver, and the spleen, and the kidney, they are all there for your metabolic function. So a lot of the modern disease comes from the fact that you have easier word to use, ignore the harmony within yourself, not understanding the chi, not understanding the yin and the yang, and more importantly, ignore the harmony with your habitat, with your environment, not understand the importance of the earth, not understand the importance of the heaven. Okay? All right, so this is a good time. We are way over time. So for those who are still interested, you can continue. We're going to do Jing now. So stand. Back to our standing posture. Focus on the center of a palm. Get ready. Go. Feel the vibration, feel the shock wave all the way up the spine to the top of your head, and then relax. Completely relax. Second time. Get ready. Go. Relax. Completely relax. One last time, get ready. Center of your palm. This is called the spirit boosting palm. Get ready, go. And relax. The second one is called pointing the Jiwan. Jiwan is the name of the energy point. Roll up your forefingers. Lift up your thumb as if you're lifting up 2 buckets of water. Hold it and relax your fingers without lowering your arm, maintaining the energy field. Second time, roll up your forefingers, lift up your thumb, lift it up, hold it, and relax. One last time, lift up these 2 buckets of water. My master learned Jing from his grandfather when he was 5 years old. His grandfather gave him 2 buckets. Fortunately, they were empty to start with. Now we move to the beginner's mind. This is what the babies do when they're inside the womb, creating an energy field that allows their organs to develop. You put your thumb in the middle of your palm, you roll it up, and you squeeze your thumb, bending the thumb inward. And relax, completely relax. Very important, it's equally important to relax. Got to get back to the yin, creating harmony. Second time, squeeze the thumb and relax, completely relax. One last time, squeeze the thumb and relax. The next one is called, what is the next one called? Next one is called pointing the nose. Okay, put your fists together. It's the same as what we did in the deep breathing. Put it in your dantian. Focus on your nostril, going from the lower to the middle to the upper. Okay, take a deep breath. Breathe in. Now we continue touching the elbow. You feel the stress in your back. That's the energy lines. Actually, there are 4 of them, all belonging to the gallbladder. All belong to the bladder. Now we're going to stretch the back. Stretch. And relax. As if your mother just knit you a sweater that's 2 sizes too small. You put it on and you want to stretch it. That's how it works, okay? Second time. Sorry about that. Second time, bring your elbows together and stretch the spine. And relax. Third time, bring your elbows together, stretch your spine. Stretch your back and relax. Next one is called the fists on top of the head. Now relax your fingers. Let the blood flows back into your heart. Now roll your fist, 1 joint, 2 joint, and lock it with your thumb, but put it above your head, okay? So they're way above your heart. And you squeeze, and you relax, pumping your heart. Let your heart settle. Second time, roll your fist, squeeze, and relax. Third time, squeeze, and relax. Now open your shoulder. The next one is called stabbing the shoulder. Again, mindful of the gushing spring at the bottom of your feet, mindful of the well on your shoulder, and mindful of the energy point here called the mouth of the tiger. All 3 straight lines, stab, and relax. Open your fist. Second time, stab, and open your fist. One last time, stab, open your fist. The next one is called a cross. You're exercising the triple warmer energy line again, okay? So open like the cross, relax your wrists, roll your fists, take a deep breath, and push. And relax, don't punch, just push, okay? Second time, relax your wrists, roll your fists, and push. And relax. One last time. push, and relax. Front hanging, same thing, lock your elbow, relax your wrist, roll your fist, push, and relax. Second time, push, and relax. One last time, push, and relax. Top of the head again. This time we're doing chin up. Bring your head up and relax. Second time, bring your head up and relax. Very good for your muscle. And relax. The next one is called pulling the bow or ripping the phone book. Okay, so imagine you have two bow and you pull the bow arrow, okay? And you pull the bow and relax. Pull the bow and relax. One last time. Pull the bow and relax. Swallow. Okay, swallow the dan, fire, and the water at the same time. So take all your saliva, collect them, and swallow both at the same time. Swallow. Okay, now go down, back of the hand touching, and squeeze your fist 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now flip the hand, palm of the hand facing up, the heads are looking down. Take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out, empty hand, breathe in, palms facing forward, lower your knee, huge rock in front of you, push, relax, stand up straight, breathe in, swallowing the universe, and then breathe out. Now I know we're running out of time, but it's very important that we sit after this exercise. So even though we run out of time, we still have to do this, okay? So sit for 3 minutes on your own. Just sit up straight. Don't put any pressure on your internal organs, and just feel your body. And then feel the air, the heat, the sweat, and your body. And slowly concentrate on your breath. Feel your breath, follow your breath. Just rest for 3 minutes. I do not dare to skip this part, because when we were taught by a master, he said it more than once that it's important to sit afterwards. Just relax. Observe your body. Observe the change in your body. Slowly focusing on your breath. Okay, open your eyes. So that was a bonus. Until then, the main emphasis was really on restoring the harmony in our body by restoring the harmony between the body, the chi, and the mind, restoring the harmony with our own existence and with our environment, understanding the importance of the influence of the universe on our body. So we're going to continue, and we're going to continue with some facial massage, which is very important to relieving stress. Okay, so now we're going to put our hands together and rub the center of your hand. Rub the center of your hand. I'm not asking you to give up on your Western medicine. I take pills, okay? I do lots of things. I take advantage of the Western medicine, but at the same time, I understand that taking care of myself is not outsourcing. I don't outsource my health, okay? Now we're going to take the fingers and we're going to massage from the forehead all the way up, all the way in the back, all the way down to the neck. And then when you do that, just tell yourself to relax. Very gently, but very firmly, okay? All the way up, all the way down, down to your neck. Now we're going to massage the ear, the top part of the ear, and the middle part of the ear, and then the ear loop. Now the back of the ear actually has a lot of energy points, so we're going to take the hand, pretend that they're like a blade or a fan, and we're going to put that behind our ear, and as we swipe forward, we stretch the ear. Okay, now we're going to massage the front of her face. Take the two index finger, put that just outside the nose, okay? And there's an important energy point here. And as you do that, you need to entice and you need to guide. That's Tao Yan. That's the true meaning of Qigong, is to guide your mind and entice the harmony. And now we're going to take two fingers, start at the corner of your eye, press down, light but firm. And as you come down to the corner of your mouth, tell yourself to relax. Relax. Guide your mind. Relax. One more time. Relax. Now we're going to take the right thumb, put it under the left eye from the corner to the tail, pushing down on the bone. Okay, just right below the eye bag. Just press it. Light but firm, okay? Same thing on the other side. Now we're going to take two fingers at the edge of our eyebrow. You push down, there's a place where there's like a hole. It's a very funny point. And we're going to massage that. Okay? Massage, massage, massage. Relax, relax, relax. Now we're going to take two fingers, put it between the eyebrow. Pretend that your eyebrow is like the toothpaste, and we're going to squeeze the toothpaste. Man, you feel this? You see the stress dripping out from the edge, from the end of your eyebrow? Man, just like you got to catch it, okay? Oh man. All right. Now one last is, remember I talked about the governing vessel, the yang vessel, and the conception vessel. They meet here, which is 1/3 of the way down from the edge of your nose. Take two fingers and just massage. This is also basically where we put our tongue, but it's behind, okay? And just relax. Okay, now the fingers are connected to the internal organs. So we're going to massage your internal organs by pulling on the fingers one at a time, and telling yourself to relax, as if you're relaxing the heart, the lung, the spleen, the liver, and the kidney, okay? Right hand. Just pull on it Keep pushing, pulling on it. Okay, now I'm gonna massage the fingernail one at a time. Okay, now one last thing before we say goodbye, before we will see each other again at 6 o'clock today. But this is the one thing that we always do, no matter how much time we have overused. This is very important. As we exercise our diaphragm, increasing the lung capacity, we're losing up all the bad chi at the lower part, the lower 1/3 of your lung. You got to get that out. Okay, now sit up straight, open the shoulder, and then focus on the elbow. Now you're going to make gigantic sound. Wake up the neighbor if you have to, okay? Okay, so it's 10 minutes after 2 hours. Okay, it's a long session, but it's worth it. I enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us. Josh, how are you, my friend?
Doing well. Thanks again, or thank you, Denny, for doing this as always. And I was just going to say, you know, when we're going through these exercises, we might have a different experience than Denny's talking about, and know that's okay. And I want to say Denny would agree that ultimately our bodies, we have to listen to our own bodies, and if something's coming up where it's out of alignment or whatever with the instructions, we have to trust our own body too. Denny is a great guide and wonderful teacher, but just know that he doesn't have mystical powers that I know of right now, nor any of us. So we have to trust our own body too, as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember one time we were talking about scientists. Josh and I were talking about scientists, and I was talking about how the science has evolved from Newton to Einstein and then to Stephen Hawkins. And Josh says, well, but even Stephen Hawkins is wrong. And I said, well, scientists is always wrong. That's the basis of science, is that you think you're right, you do the best you can based on the assumption, based on the best that you can do. And then over time, someone else come along and would invalidate what you do. That's what we do. That is in fact why you go to school and learn science, because then you know how the world progresses. I said, except that what we do is not science, from the standpoint that what we do is not based on experiment as much as it's based on experience. So thank you, Josh, for saying that. And this is the most important part. So I'm guiding you based on my own limitation. This is what I experience. I have to share that with you because otherwise there's no conversation here. But that might not be your experience. You might have a very different experience. Case in point, when I tell you to stand up straight, don't look around and see if other people are standing up straight, because everybody stands differently. You know, I don't stand straight. When I look at myself, I say, man, this is like, I'm lopsided like this. But in my mind, I'm standing straight. So don't think that other people's appearance or experience is your experience. You have your experience. It's all about your experience that matters. Okay? I think
And that's a
that's
great way to put it, Denny. And
yeah.
all these can be modified. So if people are healing through injuries and whatnot, they can all be, everything Denny does can be modified.
I
So
would
just
I
keep
would
following.
only I would only ask that you follow first before you invent your own.
Yes, because what's the point of being here then, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So often, student would come and says, "Well, I noticed you're doing this. Is it okay if I do that side first?" I said, "Yes, but why don't you just follow for a while?" All right. Okay. So, thank you for all your comments. I will see you again at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is the shortest session. It's also limited to sitting position. A lot of caregivers as well as care receivers who are not as mobile as some of us would like to practice from a sitting position. So we do that. It's also my evening where I tend to be a little bit more. I don't want to use the word sentimental, but that is the word. But at least I'm more spiritual. Okay. All right. So see you at 6 o'clock. And if you haven't joined a circle, please, Josh already put that out. But it's Denny DENNYKMU.com/circle. And if you have any question, any more question, or if you have question posted here that I cannot see anymore because it's just gone, please ask them in the circle, and Josh and I would do our very, very best answer them. Sometimes I think about questions that was asked 3 weeks ago, like this question that was asked, are the energy lines associated with real organ? That stopped me thinking, and then I would try to answer it. Sometimes when I answer it, it's a month later, right? Questions are very important. It's the way to share, okay? And that's why this circle is called fellowship. I consider ourselves fellow travelers, hopefully on the same path, hopefully for as long as we can, okay? Thanks again, Josh. Great to have you.
Welcome. Thank you.
And thank you for yesterday. I know I couldn't. I couldn't participate because we have a evening Cantonese class around the same time. But it's a good time. It's a good time. 4 o'clock your time, 4:30 your time, right?
Well, yes, and they'll probably be irregular too. I scheduled another one for standing meditation, silent standing meditation. So more information to come on that.
Okay.
So thanks everybody again.
Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. And in 2 weeks, at the end of August 31st is the last Tuesday of the month. Samantha Dam, DAMM, has accepted our invitation to be our special guest, and we're going to be talking about caregiving, redefining caregiving. I look forward to that. She is such a wonderful human being. Okay, thank you so much. See you soon. Bye-bye. If I don't see you at 6 o'clock, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.